William didn't know that Harry and Meghan had already recorded their poison for Netflix. It was already edited.
A hush swept through Buckingham Palace as whispers spread that Prince Harry wanted back and yet again. Each corridor quivered with disbelief because the prince who once scorched every family bridge now searched for a fresh path across those very ashes.
Build electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why is he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
Dad, do you have any cash for a cab? Oh look, Grandma's on the money. I never noticed that before.
Investigative writer Tom Bauer uncovered secret notes said to be moving between California and the palace gates, revealing a stealth mission for a part-time royal comeback. No crowns full-time, no curtsies every day, only a plan to juggle Hollywood premieres with selective ribbon-cutting back home. This half-in, half-out fantasy stunned loyal aides who remembered a fiery exit stuffed with complaints about duty and protocol. One seasoned attendant muttered that the idea sounded like a flaming torch inside a library, certain to spark chaos. Memories of the Oprah appearance, the headline-smashing Netflix episodes, and the memoir still lingered like smoke in royal lungs. Those projects painted Prince William as furious, Queen Camilla as scheming, and King Charles as distant, leaving little room for forgiveness.
I think Diana, well, I know, we all know, Diana would be shocked that we're sitting here today discussing her son as an outright liar.
Public feelings matched palace anger, as more than 70% of citizens surveyed rejected any return to official duties. Social feeds exploded with "Royal Reject" slogans, while memes joked that loyalty is not a seasonal costume to wear when Hollywood colds arrive. Financial pressure piled high on the Montecito household, where private security, sprawling gardens, and endless public relations bills drain millions every 12 months. The canceled Spotify agreement and a slowing Netflix partnership turned bright dreams into flickering candles. Insiders insisted that survival rather than family warmth powered the new approach. That suspicion grew louder when staff discovered that early messages focused on titles and charitable platform access rather than heartfelt reunion. Queen Camilla, once branded manipulative within those very pages of the memoir, refused even a mild discussion about opening palace gates. Trust vanished with each printed accusation, announced a close confidant, echoing her stern position. King Charles, known for calm patience during decades of scandal, showed deep disappointment rather than open rage. Observers noted that his usual gentle smile faded whenever the subject appeared, a silent signal of hurt beyond measure. Unity formed quickly throughout the household because every rank agreed that random halfway returns break centuries of clear tradition. The monarchy runs on consistency, and inconsistency feels like termites under ancient beams. Media outlets turned the volume up to maximum, labeling the proposal a brand rescue mission instead of heartfelt repentance. Comment columns roared that apologies should arrive before any request for renewed privilege. So, by the end of the first wave of leaks, Prince Harry faced a wall tougher than stone. An echo of past betrayal bounced back at every step, leaving the comeback dream already wobbling under its own weight. Tension escalated as Prince William drew a decisive line impossible to cross. After private heartbreak exploded across book pages, the heir no longer viewed brotherly ties as reparable furniture. He viewed them as ashes scattered by worldwide winds. Confidants revealed that William forbade advisors from suggesting even a coffee meeting. The phrase heard most inside his office was, "This house will not repeat past pain." Those words crackled like frost on early winter grass. Queen Camilla reinforced that barrier with steely determination. Decades spent rebuilding her reputation would not be risked for a return that promised fresh headlines dripping with conflict. Each reminder of memoir claims reignited old wounds still healing. Palace administrators adopted an unofficial code by referring to Prince Harry as the former rather than using his name. That chilly label emphasized permanent distance within walls that once echoed with childhood laughter. Meanwhile, entertainment power brokers in Los Angeles began stepping back. Producers prefer predictable partners, yet every private detail risked public release whenever the Sussex brand entered a room. One executive called the situation a flashing red alert for delicate projects. Streaming platforms questioned future viewer interest as documentary novelty faded. The fairy tale rebellion, once marketed as fresh truth, now appeared repetitive, draining curiosity and failing to deliver promised subscriber boosts. Marketing analysts noted that audience focus drifted from empathy toward fatigue. Viewers grew tired of constant complaints mixed with luxury backdrops, sensing a mismatch between hardship stories and lavish mansions. As revenue slowed, luxury upkeep continued unabated. Montecito maintenance, private aviation, elaborate wardrobes, and round-the-clock protection demanded steady cash rivers, yet those rivers narrowed into trickling streams. Financial advisors reportedly warned that brand strength depended on proximity to royalty. Without active ties, the sparkle-powering book deals and speaking engagements dimmed fast. Desperation followed, prompting renewed palace outreach. However, the outreach ignored core royal rules built upon full dedication. The institution cannot bend centuries of duty into weekend-only appearances because consistency protects legitimacy. High society may like hybrids, but history resists them. Public reaction inside Britain mirrored that rulebook. People who once adored the soldier prince now recalled accusations of racism and family betrayal. Forgiveness requires time, yet relentless media cycles kept wounds fresh. Thus, Prince Harry stood in a narrowing corridor with Hollywood on one side and monarchy on the other, yet both doors felt locked. Every prior decision echoed around him, reminding him that bridges burn quicker than they rebuild. Storm clouds thickened when royal public relations teams united behind a single stance: zero negotiations. The firm valued clear lines because blurred lines spawn tabloid frenzy, and frenzy disturbs national stability. King Charles advanced a forward-looking strategy focused on restoration. Duties shifted smoothly to William and Catherine, who gathered popular support with calm grace. The new era launched without turbulence, creating little appetite for disruptive experimentation. Senior courtiers whispered that reintroducing Harry would pour oil on settled embers, risking a fresh blaze. Stability outweighs sentiment inside a system older than skyscrapers, and modern sentiment cannot supersede centuries of survival instinct. Media voices, once sympathetic, now thundered with harsh commentary. Headlines labeled the comeback idea a royal boomerang bound to miss its target. Opinion pages mocked the concept of picking duties like toppings on a sundae. On social channels, viral posts highlighted a simple truth: credibility collapses when loyalty appears selective. Trust functions like fine crystal. Once cracked, light no longer passes through evenly. Hollywood interest shrank further after the release of internal viewing statistics showing declining completion rates for existing royal episodes. Producers pivoted to new stories, leaving the Sussex narrative to gather dust in proposal drawers. Philanthropic ventures struggled too, because major donors prefer controversy-free ambassadors. A lingering sense of unpredictability turned sponsorship meetings into polite farewells rather than signed agreements. Meanwhile, palace life carried on with measured grace. Garden parties thrived, investiture ceremonies dazzled, and charitable initiatives expanded under stable guidance. The absence of drama proved refreshing for both staff and subjects. Behind the grand facade, private grief still existed, yet sharing that grief with tabloids once felt like betrayal, and betrayal still hurt. No apology had arrived strong enough to heal those cuts. An inside voice summarized current sentiment with chilling clarity: "There's no trust, and without trust there's no point." That statement landed like iron on marble, ending debates before they began. The monarchy continues because it adapts while guarding its heart. Each generation faces storms, yet survival demands controlled sails, not torn ones. Prince Harry chose a separate voyage, and the tide now carries the ship of state forward without him. Thus, the final chapter of this attempted return closes before it even begins. Palace gates remain shut, Hollywood lights grow dim, and a once celebrated prince finds that reputation lost through fire cannot be retrieved through faint embers.